Hi, I'm Jen Spencer, and this is Jen Spencer's 10-Minute Book Club. Hi, readers. I'm so excited to have you here today. Today, we're going to be talking to a relatively new author. Her name is Cindy Still, and she's got a couple of really fun books that she's going to tell us about. As always, if you ask a question or make a comment in the comment section below, you'll be entered to win 2 of Cindy's books. Her series, there's That Fine Line and Double or Nothing, which the titles are so cute and the covers are also super darling. So be sure to ask a question or enter a comment and you'll be entered to win those 2 books. Also, you'll be entered to win a copy of my book, Dandelion Meadows, which is my newest sweet small town romance. It's filled with quirky characters and just a lot of laughs. You will love it. Remember also, you will get a free ebook copy of Jesse and James, my historical Western, that is also laugh out loud funny if you sign up for my newsletter. Go to jenspencerauthor.com and there you'll see where you can sign up. So I am so excited to introduce Cindy Still. Hi, Cindy. Thank you so much for being here today.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is so fun.
I am so excited to have you. So excited to get to know you. I don't know you and I'm not familiar with your book. So I just want you to tell everybody everything about you. First, tell us about you, your life, and maybe how you got into writing.
Yeah, I grew up in Rupert, Idaho, just a small town and a little dairy farm. So you'll see a lot of that influence in my writing. I do the small town farming, community writing.
Do you know how to milk a cow?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we were dairy farmers. So did a lot of milking cows and driving tractors.
Did you use a milking machine or did you?
Yeah, we did machines, but then, you always have to show people you can do it the other way too. So.
Yeah, okay.
Prove yourself. Yeah, and I've always loved to write, but I started really getting serious when I had my twins. It's probably a common story, but I have twin boys, and right when I had them, I was kind of at home for a long time, and I was a photographer before that, and I wasn't doing that, and I just needed more of a creative outlet. So I started writing That Fine Line when I was at home with newborn babies, and just kind of went from there. It took me a long time, to figure out how to write. You always think when you start out, but then you realize you don't know. So yeah,
how hard it is, right? It's so hard.
Yep. Yep. So I finally released that after many edits and many critiques and learning, and I released that last April of 2020, or excuse me, 2021.
Okay.
And then now I've got my second book coming out in the same series, Double or Nothing, second full length, coming out this April. So
those are your first 2 books.
Well, it's kind of funny. I have 2 other novellas out. They're still connected to the series, but they're kind of the side character little novellas, talking about those 2 characters. So
that's
different
so fun. That's so great. Well, that's so interesting about needing a creative outlet. I've talked to a lot of authors that's kind of their thing, especially after they have a child, and we love our children, but sometimes we don't get the intellectual stimulation we want.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I've always loved to write, and I always wanted to write, but it just kind of all of a sudden I was home and I had nap time 3 times a day, and when they're that little, and just I had a lot more time to do it, and so
fun. Wow. Well, that's great. And having twins, I can't believe you have time to do anything really. So
first 3 months were a little bit of a blur, but then we got on a good schedule.
Oh, that's good. Well, because when I had nap time, I rush around the house trying to clean things. That was what I did.
Yeah. You have to pick one or the other that day.
Yeah, so I'm very impressed that you would choose to write.
Yeah.
Well, so tell us about these books that you've got.
Yeah, so they're all centered around a small town, Eugene, Idaho. It's fictional, I made up. And it just, each book takes a character, everybody has known each other. Both characters in every book has known each other as children. And then it's just kind of their story of falling in love from there. And everyone's from the same small town. And it's been fun. I like this little fictional town, and the characters have been, they're all just different. But each book starts out with a kind of an incident in the prologue, which is something that happened between the two characters as children, either something funny or embarrassing or, sad or something like that. So, and then so you kind of have an idea of how their relationship has started and been, and then now to, where they're at.
Oh yeah,
chapter one starts.
That's super cute. That's a super cute way to start it too. So how many books have you got planned for the series?
I have at least one more full length after this, and maybe another novella for another side character, but that's not for sure. But one more full length for sure.
Okay, so is the series like the Eugene, Idaho series, or what is it called?
It's the Pride and Pranks series. They're sweet romantic comedies. And so there's always some pridefulness and some pranks or bets or something involved in it. So that fine line had pranks, and this one had bets. Has a bet there. Cute. Fulfilling.
I love that. That's such a cute title for a series. So tell me about that fine line. Give us the synopsis that would make people want to read it.
Yeah, it's kind of enemies to lovers, more like a frenemies to lovers vibe. They grew up pranking each other their whole lives, and the main girl, Kelsey, went away to college, and she got engaged to a handsome rich guy, and then she comes back home for the summer before she gets married to work the farm the summer before she gets married. So she's back living at home, and she found out that her nemesis, Cade, who she had been pranking her entire life, was hired by her dad to work the ranch that summer. So he's going to be there too, and they're going to be working together and clashing, but also getting to be friends and things like that.
So is it you said it's on a ranch, so does it have kind of a cowboy flavor? Is Cade a cowboy?
He's not really. It's more farm boy stuff. Okay. This one particularly, yeah, not really. They're on it's kind of like how I grew up in Idaho. We all work the farm, but nobody's wearing Wranglers or cowboy hats. It's just farm kids. Okay. Were you a forest girl? I mean, did you do that kind of thing? I did, but we never did animals. So
okay.
Did baking stuff. We weren't those, but a lot of people did, but my family didn't. We had the dairy farm, but we didn't get to.
So how many cows did you guys have? A lot.
We had about 100 cows that we would milk, and then we grew our own herd too. So 100 or 200 that we were raising, and then into the hundreds for milking. So we were just a small dairy farm, but that's a good way to grow up.
Oh, I bet. Just learning how to work. I think that's so great. Well, it sounds like a darling book. I love small town romances. That's what my newest book, Dandelion Meadows, it's a small town romance, and you could just fill it with these quirky characters. And everybody knows everybody's business. Yeah. And it's kind of a down to earth kind of a place. And so that sounds really fun. So fun. Good. Well, that is so great. So I just have a couple of fun questions for you. First, this is kind of a hard one. What is the worst movie you've seen that you think everybody should see? It's kind of a hard one.
I was trying to think. I don't really, if I don't like a movie, I really just will stop watching it. But there are some that I watch, and the more I watch, the more I'm like, for some reason, I still like it and I want to watch it. I was thinking, I don't know if you've seen the one Valentine's Day. It was one of those where there's a ton of famous people in them, and they're all interweaving throughout the whole book. There's just one character, one couple that I just love to follow in that movie, and the rest of it isn't that great, but there's one really sweet romance in there. So
who's in it? Like, who's the couple
I like Jennifer Garner and Ashton Kutcher's little romance in that one, but I think like Taylor Swift's in it, and I don't know, I can't think of all the.
Heard of it. It seems like you see all the a bunch of people on the cover.
Yeah.
It's all these, just these little kind of vignettes of
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Might
Anyway,
have to check that out, although it might be
I
done.
always watch it and I don't know why I do.
Well, and sometimes you get hidden gems when you go to those. So my daughters really wanted to go see Marry Me with Owen Wilson
Oh,
and
yeah.
Jennifer Lopez.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And our expectations were so low, but we just thought it would be fun to go see some dumb movie, and we all just loved it. It was so
Oh,
cute and so
good.
romantic. And so yeah, every once in a while you find something like that. Well, so what is your favorite romantic book or movie? We can go either way.
Or movie. So movie, I for some reason I love P.S. I Love You, even though it's sad. Have you seen that one? It's I don't there's death in it and it's
Is it
sad, but
Nicholas Sparks?
no, it was a book though. I don't remember who wrote it.
Okay.
But you start out knowing her husband has passed away, but then it kind of goes back to the flashbacks of their relationship and the cute way they got together, and it's so romantic and sweet and swoony that I just love it. But it ended on a positive note. But I just love that one. But I love like The Notebook and Pride and Prejudice, the classics.
Well, I do. The Notebook. Yes, that is a classic. I do love that one. No, that one doesn't end sad. I'm thinking A Walk to Remember.
Oh yeah.
That ends sad. But The Notebook ends happy because they have this long, obviously
Yeah.
romantic life together. It's
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Okay, last question that I ask everybody. If you're stranded on a desert island, would you rather have a lifetime supply of toilet paper or chocolate?
Chocolate, and I'll just hope for a big leaf or something. Definitely chocolate.
That's definitely the less practical, but definitely more delicious
Yeah.
option.
You're stranded by yourself for a long time. You need chocolate.
Yes, you do.